All right, give me a moment to attribute alert. All right. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this started. So last time we were doing this, well, Siren managed to make our bubbles to get Mori and everyone else to safety. We found out that Mori has some, well, has some heavy stuff going on, and yeah, now we're trying to start Operation Save Siren. That's pretty much it. That's a story two, or starring episode Save, or rather Operation Save Siren. Anyways, let's jump in. All right, yep. Let's do this. Let's try to save the Siren.
I remember when I first opened my eyes and found myself here. An infinite black void. All that stared back at me was cold seawater and endless bits and bobs from the surface which Gluttony had swallowed.
Oh, wait a sec. So she was actually okay. So wait. Okay. Well, this might be spoilers for Old Tales, but so back during Old Tales, when they're actually going up to fight the Raptor Queen, and that one, Raptor Queen decided to like fire a bunch of lasers at them, and Little Mary, rather Siren, fell off. So I'm guessing that when she fell off, she fell into the ocean and was already swallowed up by Gluttony. I'm guessing that's what happened, probably. Well, anyways, let's keep looking at this.
As well as a red core.
Rapture Core.
At first, I used my abilities to try every possible method of escape. I tried shooting bubbles at the core. I tried using my Kotodama. None of it worked.
Have you tried showing a little leg? Or that sometimes work.
Gluttony was different than ordinary raptures. It was moving by primal instinct alone. The result was that my Kotodama had no effect on it. Gluttony seemed to prioritize its urge to consume above all other instincts. When I'd exhausted all possible means of escape, I started to become afraid. Was I going to die in this place? Once I was digested, what kind of attack would Gluttony unleash on the outside world? What would happen if Gluttony found out about the nature of my bubbles? Was I doomed to fail once again? Without achieving anything? It was at that moment that I remembered a promise I'd once made to a few friends. She told me that from now on, our story was no longer one of failure, but a fairy tale. One with a happy ending. I became determined not to give up. My friends were surely out there, trying their best in order to keep that promise too. I couldn't give up. I had to struggle with all my might. In order to keep myself alive, I had to create more bubbles. I expanded the protective bubble around myself in order not to be detected by Gluttony's core. I gathered surrounding remnants from the surface and created a space where I could live. I crafted a tree out of bubbles, fabricated a bubble workshop, and built all the places where I lived with you guys. I also made dolls that resembled my friends and launched them up to the surface. I hoped that someday, perhaps my friends would encounter these doppelgangers and come looking for me.
Aww.
I continued making the bubbles, and launching them up to the surface. Again and again, I did this. I waited for a long time. At times, the loneliness was excruciating. I considered giving up more than once. But even in the deepest depths of my despair, my longing to see my friends trumped all else. I wanted to uphold the promise I made on that day. And so I strengthened my resolve countless times and pushed on. Then you guys came, swallowed whole by gluttony. I was terribly worried for you all. But paradoxically, I was also ecstatic to finally have company. During my time alone, I had learned how to control my kotodama. And being able to talk, laugh, and live with you all filled me with ineffable joy. That's how much you all mean to me. Your presence here was a gift. I'm so glad I was able to meet you all. I'm not afraid of the end anymore. I'm no longer scared. I'm no longer lonely. So don't blame yourselves.
Oh, geez, what the hell?
Live well. Siren.
The more I open her eyes, okay, hopefully I didn't mess up the eye or something, because, well, I had a bit of a problem there. But anyways, look at it if it does mess up the audio. Well, one, let me know, and two, like if you're like looking around here, and two, well, yeah, again, if it does mess up with the eye, I'll probably, pick all this again some other time.
What?
Above Mori is the ceiling of what appears to be a medical room.
Are you awake? Who? Nice to meet you. I'm Mana of the MMR squad.
Also, no, I think I have a pretty good idea what's happening. Give me 1 sec. Alright, the stream's probably not gonna look too good, but hopefully this will actually resolve any hiccups they're gonna have. Anyways.
Are you Mori from the incubator squad? Yes. I see. Where am I? This is Reclamation Site 01. It's the first area on the surface that we've successfully reclaimed. Have you heard of it? I have, but what am I doing here? Once we were out of danger, Wardress brought you back here. Are Mihara and Uni? They're outside. Would you like to go meet them? Yes. Mori. Mihara. What happened to Gluttony? Where's Siren?
Gluttony left.
No. Is there any way we can follow it? We need to go save Siren!
It's possible for us to track it, but...
Then let's go. We have to hurry before it gets too far.
we can't do that.
What?
We can't go.
Do you hear what you're saying? Don't you want to save Siren?
Hold the phone here. Why can't we go? Why not? That's a big question here. Why I feel like we're not allowed to go for whatever reason. Why can't we go?
Of course I do. But tracking Gluttony is impossible.
Really?
Why not?
Mori, do you know what kind of rapture Gluttony is?
No, I don't. And I don't care. Besides...
No. This is something you need to know. Siren risked her life to save your own. I can't let you go rushing headlong into danger without knowing anything, even if it is because you want to save her. If you end up throwing your life away recklessly, all of Siren's sacrifices will be in vain. Gluttony appeared during the first Rapture invasion. A Tyrant-class Rapture. After humanity went into the Ark, it rarely showed up. And so the only information we have on it is from old records. It consumed an ICBM intended to destroy the lift, then expelled all that energy back at the launch site and utterly decimated it.
Jeez. So basically, you just eat an entire nuke and then just spat it right back at everyone. Okay then, how the hell are we still alive?
From that point on, humanity stopped using large-scale armaments against Rapture facilities. That's probably why Siren insisted on staying behind.
It was going to sort of stop the AA pillar from being used against us, I see.
If Gluttony digests the AA pillar and the energy contained within it, this entire region would be wiped off the map.
Exactly what I said.
Is it really that dangerous?
Yes, it is. It's a miracle that we were able to get out of that thing alive. And here you are, wanting to rush back towards it. Are you sure you can do that? You're afraid of fighting run-of-the-mill ordinary Raptures. When you stand in front of Gluttony, are you sure you won't lose your nerve? Besides, this isn't a problem which can be solved with willpower alone. Even if you are willing to risk your life, you most likely won't be able to make a dent in that beast. You'd be throwing your life away. I understand that it's a bitter pill to swallow, but there are some things which we are powerless to change. This is one of them. You can't do this, Mori. You must give it up. The best thing for us to do now is rest. In the meantime, we can take our time to mull this over. Let's go,
I'm not stupid. I know that. I know that if I go out there, I'm signing my own death warrant. That I might die without being able to do anything. Especially since we're talking about me. Someone who's afraid of even regular raptures. I realize I'd be powerless against something like Gluttony. You're right. The right thing for a weak Nikke from the incubator squad to do is give up. But I can't. I can't get it out of my head. I can't abandon her. She was the first person who told me she was glad I was alive. Even if I get chewed up, melted into a puddle, whatever it is, I want to go save her. I can't live knowing that she gave up her life for mine. So...
I forgot to read that. Oh, no, well.
Mori.
Please. Just this once. Could you help me? I know what I did to you is unforgivable. I know how shameless this request is. I'm perfectly aware that I should be asking for forgiveness instead of a favor. So I'll do anything. If you go with me, I will do anything. I put my life entirely in your hands. If you tell me to submit a false report, I'll do it. I will give you anything and everything I have. You give the order, any order, and I'll obey. If you want me to die in your place, I'm willing to do it any time.
That kind of defeats the purpose of what Mihara said, but how about no? Also, I just realized your name kind of means death in Latin. just had a sudden realization. And you know what else I realized? I realized you also have a Snickers bar in your pocket there. Wanna eat that? Cause you're feeling a little not you right now, Mori.
So please, help me. Just this once. I don't have any special skills or connections. All I can do is beg. So here I am, on my knees, begging you to help me chase after gluttony. Please.
I knew this would happen. Once someone has been shown love, they'll never give up.
Yeah, say that like it's a bad thing. Mihara and Uni look at Mori.
Such affection. Such sorrow. I suppose we don't have much choice, do we? If you're that determined, Mori, let's go save Siren.
Mihara.
But we can't rush in without a plan. Before we make our move, we need to find a clue as to how to take down gluttony. If we don't do that, then this isn't a rescue operation, but a suicide mission. Understand?
I understand.
All right then. Let's go see what we can find out.
Yeah, we're doing it. They're finally doing it. Oh, let's just go in there. Temporary operations room at the reclamation site 01.
So that's why you came to see me?
Yes, we came seeking whatever knowledge you have on gluttony.
I already provided you with all the basic information about gluttony.
Indeed, and we thank you for that.
So what more do you need to know?
Are you aware of there being any way to take it down?
Gluttony, you mean?
Yeah. I figured with you being the way you are, you'd have considered potential ways to eliminate it.
Me? Why would you think that?
When we were swallowed by gluttony, I heard you say to us, "Get away from there immediately." Isn't that because you were in the middle of dropping the AA pillar?
How did you know that?
We saw the AA pillar inside Gluttony's stomach.
The AA pillar is still inside Gluttony?
Yes. In order to prevent that energy from being absorbed, the Nikke who saved our lives is still inside Gluttony. So, in order to rescue her, we need a way to subdue Gluttony, even if it's only momentarily. Is there any way to make that happen?
The fact that you all came back alive after being consumed by Gluttony is surprising enough. Now I'm being told there's still someone inside? Is she a pilgrim?
We're not sure, but most likely, yes.
That at least increases our chances of a successful rescue. We're conducting joint research into this incident, along with the central government. So, I'm not at liberty to act on my own and divulge information.
I see.
What I can do for you is introduce you to someone else who could help. Would that be all right?
Oh?
Who would that be?
Hello. Since this is my first operation with Wardress, allow me to introduce myself.
Oh my god, it's Shifty. This is the part where you send the Mecha Shifty after them. AKA the Mecha shit. Oh wait, never mind. We actually destroyed that already. How about we send Mecha Shifty instead? Yeah, let's just send in that. He's strong enough. Certainly she can handle this.
I'm Shifty, an operator from the Central Government's Intelligence Division. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Shifty.
I'm seeing a few faces that don't belong to Wardress, at least according to the database.
Oh, don't worry, that's just Fred Petty's. He had to just there to do things. observe and maybe save a few people. Yes, a few people. Like this one, for example. She's here to save Mori plus Naru.
Since you mentioned this operation involves a few secret agents, I won't ask any questions.
That's very considerate of you.
Mana briefed me on the situation. You all escaped from inside Gluttony. And now you're planning to track it down in order to rescue the pilgrim that's still inside. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Is there any way we could receive support from the central government?
That would be somewhat difficult. Unless Gluttony poses a direct threat to the central government, they've decided not to actively pursue it.
So you mean they're just leaving it alone?
I figured that's the conclusion they'd reach.
May I ask why they decided on that course of action?
Probably because they haven't found a way to eliminate it yet.
You think so?
Of course. After it swallowed the AA pillar like it was nothing, we've been at a loss as to how to take it down as well. We haven't come up with any definite way to destroy Gluttony. At least, not at the moment.
We did think of attempting an extermination operation by deploying an elite combat squad from the Ark, the counter squad. However, given that the Ark has recently suffered a large-scale attack, it was decided that reinforcing the Ark's defenses was our top priority.
Oh.
As far as I know, our current strategy is to refrain from proactive engagement.
I was about to go too. God damn it. About to test out my new superhuman powers. May throw Rappy at it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's throw Rappy at it.
I see. I suppose that means we don't know of any way to restrain Gluttony either.
Siren.
Actually, that's not entirely true. It's far from exact, but...
There's a way?
Well...
We have found a way to damage it. The only thing is that the method is rather extreme, and it requires a big sacrifice. As such, we've designated it as unviable.
When you say sacrifice, what do you mean?
Yeah, what kind of sacrifice?
Someone has to enter through Gluttony's mouth and plant this onto its core.
It takes out a glass container filled with crystals and
Are
batteries.
those crystals?
Yes.
2 crystals, to be precise, harvested from the crystal region. They have a unique property where they absorb electrical energy upon contact. They then continue to expand until all energy is depleted. They are dangerous to Nikkes as well as raptures. Unless sealed within glass, like so, it will instantly consume anything it touches.
Yeesh.
If we're able to plant that onto Gluttony's core...
Yes. No matter how adept that creature is at absorbing and discharging energy, there would be no way for it to counteract a parasitic organism attached directly to its own core. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, I'm positive this could take it down.
Then what are we waiting for?
Gluttony isn't simply going to sit still and let us plant this on it.
That's why this method was deemed infeasible.
Precisely. There had never been a recorded case of anyone escaping from Gluttony after being consumed by it.
Until now, that is.
But then you guys showed up. You all came shooting back up out of Gluttony like some kind of miracle.
But that's all it is. A miraculous fluke, yes, but a fluke nonetheless.
I feel like the two of you don't have the full story here. It might not be as much of a fluke as you think.
If you were to go back inside, the chances of coming out alive are still close to 0.
Well, thankfully that is true, considering the fact that don't have to use a lot of our energy to actually get all 3 of these Nikkes, or all 3 of these people out. Which means she might not be able to pull it off again. Probably.
Even with that pilgrim still being inside the beast, if something were to go wrong during your attempted entry, we would have no safeguards in place to respond to such a situation.
Right. If its mouth closes before you're all the way inside, or if the silver liquid touches you, you'd melt instantly.
I'll do it.
This isn't a decision you should make lightly.
I'm not making it lightly. I told you. It doesn't matter what happens to me. I want to save her. So I'll do it.
Mori.
I can do it.
All right.
In that case, there are two remaining uncertainties. A method to lure gluttony, and a way to keep its mouth open and hold it in place. If we can find answers to those two quandaries, it'd go a long way to ensuring the operation is successful.
A way to hold it in place.
You don't have any ideas at all?
No, we haven't come up with a solution for that yet. That's another reason why this operation was never attempted.
I see.
Okay. That should be enough information to go on.
Does that mean...
Yes. Let's go save Siren. Thank you both for your help. We will think of the rest ourselves.
Understood.
Also, I just realized the volume might be a little bit low. Wait, give me a second. Pardon me. I think I might need to raise the voice a little bit.
Commander! Commander! Commander?
Alright, there we go. I think that might, well...
Commander, can you hear me?
There we go. Alright. Let's do this. Reclamation Site 01, indoors.
How in the world can we hold gluttony in place?
Mori, I've been thinking.
Yeah?
Remember how you told us you were willing to do anything?
Yes. I'll do anything you tell me to. Just say the word.
Then, could you perhaps lend me your phone for a moment?
Huh? My phone?
Yeah. I need it.
That's it? Why do you make it sound so serious? I was bracing myself for something big.
Oh, it's gonna be big, alright. In fact, she's about to call someone you might know, very intimately.
Sorry. You seemed awfully tense, so I wanted to lighten the mood. Don't you feel a bit more relaxed now?
Yeah, sure. I'm positively stress-free. Anyway, here.
Or hands over her cell phone to Mihara.
What do you need it for anyway? I really don't know anyone who could help us.
Well,
There's someone.
yeah, she's right. There is someone. Someone that you know very well. In fact, the one person who got you into this mess.
Someone very powerful.
I know someone like that?
Yep.
You certainly do. She sent you to us.
Hold on. Are you...
I'm going to contact her. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. You don't have to keep asking for my permission. I told you. I'm willing to go through anything and everything. So hurry up and do it.
Thanks, Mori. I'll be right back.
You're not doing it here?
I think I'll need a little privacy for our conversation. Uni, will you stay with Mori for a moment? It won't take long. What's wrong, Uni? Do you not want me to go? I'm sorry, but I really must go. I have something to discuss with this individual. I think they may have a solution to our problem. They should know a way for us to keep gluttony momentarily in check. Or, in other words, a perfect way for me to utilize my power. So, please, could you stay with Mori for a moment?
Miara stands
I'll
up.
be right back.
Zing. Miara walks outside, leaving Uni behind. For some reason, Uni can't fully explain. He feels nervous. Miara seems to have come from some momentous decision. And the fact that Uni doesn't know what it is or how to stop it terrifies her. More than Neru terrifies her.
Are you okay, Uni?
Uni turns around, unable to explain what to do, and glares at Mori. Perhaps Neru is strong enough to handle it. No, you can't endanger a student like this. Never.
Uni?
Staring at the one she believes is the cause of all this, Uni is overcome by an inexplicable. Miara walks down the hallway, gripping Mori's phone. Nothing happened in there. Absolutely nothing at all.
Maybe contacting this person isn't the right choice.
Don't be so sure.
No, I need to settle this once and for all. Even if only for Uni's sake. I can't keep living in the dark, constantly under threat.
Yes, otherwise you'll never see the light.
I can't protect anyone like this. I can't save anyone. I can't achieve anything. It'll end up just like before. I'll only end up full of sorrow. I need power. I need to get stronger. Let's do this.
Yara unlocks Mori's phone to make the call.
A message.
Yara opens Mori's blah blah app. Let's do it. Knock knock! Mori, how's your task coming along? The deadline is quickly approaching, and I haven't heard from you. I clearly saw that the calling signal was activated. Why hasn't there been a report? Ah, are you dead perhaps? How tragic. No, I'm still alive. Wow, still alive and kicking, are you? Excellent. Nice to meet you, Jen. You hit your head or something? Don't you recognize me? You're right. I did hurt my head. Plenty of times, in fact. So much that I can't remember. Now I do. But I don't recall if I've seen you before. So allow me to introduce myself once more. Nice to meet you. I'm Miara. My oh my. Now things are starting to get interesting. Can we have a little talk? Sure, why not? I'll contact you later. I'll be waiting. And then proceeded to give Miara what she needed. It was a good thing.
Well, hello there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I believe we haven't had the pleasure.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
Wow, you really don't remember? I guess your last memory wipe was the one that finally stuck.
Oh, is that so?
I figured since you were hanging out with Uni with an explosive collar of your own strapped on, you must have retained some of your old memories, but apparently not. What a shame.
Yes, it would have been nice if I remembered. Then I would have known about you much earlier.
Aw, how nice of you. However, I don't see Mori. You didn't off her, did you?
She's such a nice kid. How could I kill her? She's somewhere safe, resting.
Ah, I see. If she isn't dead, why isn't she the one contacting me? Apparently she's not as afraid of being disposed of as I thought.
What did you say?
Didn't she tell you? If she doesn't report back with her findings on my little experiment, she's headed for the scrap heap. I assumed you knew everything since you're contacting me on her phone. Looks like I was wrong again.
This is my first time hearing all this.
Well then, this is quite a pickle. I'm rather curious to hear about the outcome of the experiment. Perhaps I should ask you how it went?
If I tell you, what's in it for me?
Look at the little negotiator. You're a cheeky one. What do you want?
It's a big ask. Is that okay?
Hearing you out doesn't cost me anything.
All right, then I'll get to it. Stop this calling signal experiment on Uni.
I'd rather not.
Stop meddling in Mori's life and spare her.
I'll consider it.
And one more thing.
More? Aren't you the greedy one?
Help me become stronger. That's everything.
Oh, now that's an interesting proposal. But it's a rather steep price to pay simply to satisfy my own curiosity. I could cherry-pick any test subject I wanted from the ones up for disposal. Why should I go through all this trouble of dealing with you instead?
How about this? I'll be the one to undergo the experiment. Not Uni. Does that sweeten the deal?
Do you even know what kind of experiments I'm conducting?
You're inserting a rapture core inside a Nikke. Isn't that it?
Oh,
What'd you say?
There are 2 cores inside Uni.
2 cores? What are you talking about? How do you know that?
When you were all falling, do you remember how I caught you with my bubbles?
Yes.
When someone enters my bubble, I can learn a lot about them. That's how I found out. Uni was used as a test subject and fused with a rapture. She now carries 2 cores inside her.
And are you saying one of those cores is...
Yes, I believe it belonged to a rapture.
a rapture core?
Oh,
So that's why she reacted the way she did to the calling signal.
I believe that is the reason why. Yes. Right now, at least, the Nikke core is dominant. That allows for Uni's consciousness to maintain control over her body. But hearing the calling signal seems to activate the rapture core. Continual exposure to it could cause the rapture instincts to take her over completely. For someone like Uni, whose external body has been fused with a rapture, her identity as a Nikke could become even more unstable. You must be careful.
I'll keep that in mind. Judging by your expression, I'd say I'm on the mark.
You're something else. You know that? How did you know?
Sorry, it's a secret.
Come now, give me just a little tease.
Do we have a deal or what?
Well, it is an enticing proposal. All of my previous test subjects were Nikke's about to be scrapped. With you, I'd have a chance to implant a rapture core into someone special. A Nikke who was handcrafted by my adorable little sister, piece by piece. Uni's external body had already been fused with rapture parts, so it was already an alternative experiment in many ways. When the Mantis Squad was corrupted, I wondered if I could potentially find a use for them. But then, much to my disappointment, they were healed. After uni, I didn't expect another opportunity like this to come along.
I'm glad that you're satisfied.
I certainly am. I had no idea such interesting Nikkes existed. I feel like I've been missing out. If I'd known about you earlier, I would have taken you in back when you got shot in the head.
If you'd done that, then this moment wouldn't be possible, would it?
Fair point. So what is it that you're really after? Why are you so willing to subject your body to my experiments? You had 3 requests. Is that really everything?
Yes, that's everything.
Now that I think about it, your requests seem rather modest. Why do you want to become stronger? Do you find you're somehow lacking when it comes to eliminating raptures?
I want to take down gluttony.
Ah, gluttony! Yes, that would be an impossible task in your current state. It is officially classified as a tyrant class, but in actuality it's far beyond that. There's a reason it's named after a cardinal sin. But didn't you receive a new body recently?
Yes, but I lack the ability to fully utilize its power.
In other words, you lack talent.
I figured if anyone would have a solution, it would be you.
You figured right. If you undergo the same experiment Uni did, you will definitely become stronger. So that problem will resolve itself automatically. However, that means one of your wishes would have been granted without any real input from me. In that case, we'll say that I owe you one. You can come to me with a request later, and I'll grant it.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. You, of all people, should know that implanting a rapture core onto a living Nikke is akin to a death sentence. If you want to back out, now's your last chance.
I've already gone through 2 memory wipes, and I'm walking around with a bomb strapped to my neck. I'm getting used to living life on the edge.
That may be so, but carrying 2 cores around is a different kind of thrill altogether.
It's no different from the pain I've had to endure up to this point.
Alright, fine. If that's what you really want. I'll stop playing around with the calling signal. I'll also give you what you want when it comes to that incubator friend of yours. As for the strength you desire, I will put it within your grasp.
Thank you.
But I get something in return. You're now my test subject for life. I get to do whatever I want to you, and you're expected to grin and bear it. Got that?
Yes. Understood.
Good. I think you're officially fit for my experimenting table.
Yeesh. You know, I already got like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff that's like happening here. I'm trying to like phase it through or get through my head, but you know what? I feel like I'm going to have to get through like go through the main story to get through all of it. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Well, I say Miharu's gonna be okay because you know she's pretty durable, but at the same time, well, I don't know. I got a bad feeling about what's gonna happen later. A rather bad feeling, but anyways.
I hate her. She's been following us ever since we left the Ark. There's so much terror in her eyes, and yet she still came here with the intent of ruining me and Mihara. She activated that calling signal and made me suffer. She almost got Mihara killed. If Siren wasn't there, I would have killed Mihara with my own hands. I'll never forgive her for that.
Uni?
Mori steps back. Uh-oh. Also, you sure you want to do whatever you were planning on doing? He walks towards Mori.
This girl tried to put Mihara in danger. She's put strange thoughts into Mihara's mind. She's put Mihara in danger. I can't forgive her. I won't forgive her.
Stay back, Uni.
Yeah, he reaches out and grabs Mori's neck. No, Yuri! Bad Hoshino, bad! Don't attack Nero like that!
I must kill her.
You sure you want to do that? What about Mihara?
She put Mihara in danger.
Sure, but Mihara seems chill about it. In fact, I feel like she's the only reason why Mihara's doing this in the first place. Because she wants to.
She's trying to kill Mihara. She killed Mihara. She's the most despicable thing there is.
What?
She's like me.
Uni's eyes start to glow red.
Uni. I'm sorry.
Tears start flowing from Mori's eyes.
I know you won't forgive me.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
I know I don't deserve forgiveness,
I said I don't want to hear it.
but you have to let me save Siren. Once I've saved her, then you can kill me.
Tears from Mori's eyes fall into Uni's hands.
Please, I'm begging you.
Jeez.
Please, I'm begging you. I know what those words mean. They're the words spoken when you desperately want to save someone precious to you. When you want to help them so badly, but you're powerless. And so all you can do is beg, and speak desperate, pleading words. I understand, but I don't want to. I hate that she's like me in this way. I hate that she thinks the same way I do. I can't kill her.
Yumi loses her grip and Mori collapses to the ground. Uni slumps to the ground.
Uni, I'm sorry. Sorry for putting you through this. For putting you and Mihara in harm's way again.
I know you are.
I still want to save her. She's the first person to ever be kind to me. And I loved it. I don't want to lose her or that feeling no matter what.
I understand.
I know that you feel the same way about Mihara. And yes, despite me knowing that, I'm still making you go out and put yourselves in danger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so selfish. But I want to save her. I'm sorry.
I know it all too well. How it feels to know affection for the first time, and how it feels when you lose it. I know that sorrow, that ache. I understand why Mihara wants to help her. To be honest, I also think we should save Siren. That's why I can't find it in myself to despise her fully.
Tears start to flow from Uni's mask.
Uni?
But I'm scared. I'm terrified. Terrified of losing Mihara again.
I'm sorry.
The two broken hearts sit together across from one another. Each understands the other more than anyone else ever could. Each feels sorry for the other, and both are afraid of losing what is most precious to them. And so they sit together, and they cry.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Mihara!
Uni senses strange vibes coming from Mihara.
Huh? What's wrong? Is something on your mind?
Uni shakes her head.
What are those marks on Mori's neck?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I just bumped into a wall. Isn't that right, Uni? Isn't that right?
Well, I think something happened. But whatever it was, it seems like you two have resolved it. So, I won't press.
I appreciate it. Anyways, what took you so long? Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. I just found a way to become stronger, that's all.
What do you mean by that?
Excuse me.
Man opens the door and comes inside.
Oh, wow. We were about to make our way over to you. I appreciate you coming to us.
I think we can skip the small talk. Here.
Man hands more. Ugh. One sec. Man hands Mori a glass jar containing crystals and batteries.
These are the E2 crystals for the operation.
Okay.
As I mentioned, they absorb electrical energy and are incredibly dangerous. For Nikke's, even the slightest physical contact with these crystals will cause the body to be corrupted. Do not ever take them out of the jar, under any circumstances. If by any chance you do accidentally come into contact with the crystals, you must immediately shut down the power to that area of your body to prevent it from spreading. Understood?
Got it.
Mihara,
Yes?
everything is riding on this. Failure isn't an option.
I owe you, Mana.
If you want to repay me, come back alive. All of you. I'll be waiting.
We'll come back. No matter what.
The sound of something melting. The sound of something boiling. The sound of something, a sound of flowing liquid. Bubble, bubble, sizzle, sizzle. Amidst the countless sinister sounds, little Mary opens her eyes. Oh god, thank god it's not. Thank god it's not Crust's oven. Beyond the thing bubbles lies the Crimson Ocean, and inside that lies Glennie's corpse, staring back at her. Well, time to get through the rest of this. Let's roll. Also, I think I'm just gonna pull Mihara through the shop instead of actually trying to pull her normally. Little Mermaid senses it immediately. Also, geez, this chapter's turned into a roller coaster ride in so many ways. Like first Mori and well, then Mori again, and then some more Mori. Yeesh.
I've been discovered. Gluttony knows I've been hiding the AA pillar from it. The bubble barrier is thinner than before. Probably because I condensed some of the bubbles around the AA pillar. That must have made it easier to detect.
The bell ignites as it touches the seawater. Droplets rush to repair the crumbling bubble wall. Silver liquid seeps through the gap that can't be repaired in time. Oh jeez.
You really want to eat this, don't you?
But no, even in her desperate moment, Siren finds a somehow finds a way to be cute. Just somehow. I mean, look, so cute. Yeah, at the same time, we shouldn't be gushing over this because, well, we're in mortal danger. Little Mermaid tightly embraces the encased AA pillar and gazes at Gluttony's core.
Well, you can't have
How cute can one Nikke be in a place like this? How? Just how?
I don't care how much you glare at me. I'm not handing it over. I won't let you have it. My bubbles will dissolve the energy, and it will disappear.
A certain pain courses through Mermaid's entire body, from her fingertips to her toes. At the same time, a bubbling sensation surges from within her.
I'm reaching my limit, and I'm starting to feel the side effects from the bubbles.
Also, I saw what the Ryan was doing there. Bubbling. Bubbles. Ah. Ah. Oh, I would be making a bit of a chuckle right now, but yeah, we're in danger.
For long, my entire body will be turned into liquid metal.
Uh-oh.
Ew.
As her vision gradually fades, Little Mermaid wonders, if she closes her eyes, how many more times will she be able to open them?
No, not yet. I can't stop now. Not until all this energy is depleted.
Just desperately embracing the immense energy to keep it from escaping, Little Mermaid closes her eyes again. Yara and Uni track Gluttony's movements. Meanwhile, Mori falls behind, not saying a word. Along the way, they encounter rapture after rapture, time and time again. They take them down, relocating Gluttony's trail and pressing forwards. It is Mori's first true skirmish with the rapture, unlike her previous encounters with them. In the past, she had only caught glimpses of raptors while fleeing with support squads. But this is something else altogether, and altogether more terrifying. It feels as if raptors could end her life at any moment with a single attack. Her wounds accumulate and wear her down. So many times she wants to collapse, run away, but she wants nothing more than to dig a hole in the ground and hide. But each time Mori thinks of this, she clenches her teeth and think about the other two whom she dragged into this. Mori no longer dug a deep hole, she just dug enough to make a foxhole she could shoot at raptors from. She thinks of Uni's eyes, filled with tears and terrified of losing Mahara. Of Mahara's relentless efforts to grant her wish. Of Siren, who sacrificed herself in order to save everyone, and was now trapped inside Gluttony, facing her imminent doom. Mori thinks of every last word Siren had said, every affectionate gesture she had shown her. As she recalls all this, Mori rejects her fear and begins digging trenches to fight the rapture horde. She forces herself up again, going over the top, digging more trenches, fighting, digging, fighting. An endless repetition until she can get the Siren. Forcing her feet to move forwards, she tightens her grip on her gun, even though she wants to grab a shovel and dig, but now it's not the time for digging. Now is the time to move and shoot. Then, dig, move, shoot, dig, move, shoot. On and on she runs, without any concept of day or night. Until finally...
I'm not seeing a trail anymore.
Damn!
Gluttony must be close.
We're at the sea! I can't dig trenches in the sea! We'll have to get on a boat! We'll have to take this into a naval battle. We're just one step away from the place where Little Mermaid is waiting.
Finally found her.
I will clean up neatly and
Wow.
beautifully.
There you go. Yeah, get him, family. Also, I kind of hope Cinderella and Grave shows up later, because they do have a very close connection with Little Mermaid, aka Siren, Little Siren. Yes.
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Modernia, not so much. Not so much.
Everyone shall hear my song.
Yes. Oh. I think Little Murray can sing. AKA Siren. I think she can sing. I cannot expect her to sing as well as Volley, or rather Noise, but you know what? It's fine. As long as she sings beautifully.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
There's a beach here. Yes, this should work nicely.
Is Gluttony here?
Yeah, it should be underground, within a 10-kilometer radius.
10 kilometers? How are we supposed to find it?
How do you think? We need to lure it out.
But how?
By using the beach, for starters. Setting up here will allow us to minimize the amount of raptures that could swarm us.
Then what?
Since Gluttony reacts to strong energy sources, I'd say it stands to reason that's what we have to use to lure it, don't you?
Do we have something that's capable of producing that much energy?
We do. Both of you, listen to me carefully. I'll lure out Gluttony. Uni, once I get it to stop, you need to make sure it doesn't close its mouth. You need to hold it open for as long as you can, however you can, until Mori and Siren are out of there. There's a chance they might not be able to escape through Gluttony's breathing hole. While Uni's doing that, Mori, you need to take the E2 crystals and hop inside its mouth.
Okay.
The main reason Siren refuses to come out is that she intends on sacrificing herself in order to eliminate the energy inside the AA pillar. In other words, if we can't convince Siren to leave of her own accord, we can't save her. That's why your role is the most crucial, Mori. Not only do you have to go back inside Gluttony and plant the E2 crystals onto its core, you also have to meet up with Siren and convince her to come out. You can do it. No, you need to do it. We came here to save a life, not to lose our own.
You're right. I have to do it. I have to save her no matter what. That's why I asked for your help.
Mori looks at Uni and Mihara.
You both are risking your lives for my sake. I won't fail you.
You've become a real trustworthy ally, Mori.
Don't make fun of me when I'm being serious.
All right. Anyway, shall we get started?
Mihara walks forwards. Uni urgently grabs Mihara's hand.
Yes, Uni?
Uni shakes her head at Mihara. Though she can't explain why, her instincts are telling her to stop Mihara.
Uni.
Uni shakes her head desperately, pleading for Mihara not to go through with this.
Oh, it's okay. I would never leave you behind. We promised each other that we would truly see each other, that we would feel each other's pain, and that we would atone for our sins together. I haven't forgotten that promise, and I intend to keep it.
Uni and Mihara lock eyes.
Trust me, and wait. Failure is not an option.
Uni let go of Mihara's hand.
Thank you, Uni. I'll be back.
Mihara steps forward again, leaving Uni behind.
Code release. Activate all cores to their limit. Initiate fusion.
Recognition complete. Activate all cores and body to their limit. Error. Reaction error. Fusion unsuccess. Unlock code D.
I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end.
Activate all cores in body to their limit.
Also, this is getting quoted a lot. Just saying, it's getting quoted just about everywhere.
Initiating fusion.
There near Mihara's core starts to glow red.
Mihara!
Mihara curls up, unable to withstand the pain.
What did you just say? Put what where?
Mana, you did receive what I sent, didn't you?
I believe so. Are you talking about this?
Mana points to a palm-sized black box.
That's it. Looks like it arrived safely. I was worried because the elevator wasn't working properly. I suppose sending something small doesn't pose any issues.
I would like you to insert this in my body.
Excuse me?
It's a special gift I prepared for Mihara. To get her stronger much more quickly. Tuck it safe and sound beside her Nikke core if you would. I would have loved to handle it myself, what with this being the first experiment and all. But as you know, I don't exactly have freedom of movement right now.
I'm still not following.
Mihara was the one who contacted me. Quite eagerly, I must say. She told me she requires additional strength in order to fight gluttony. Given that she couldn't utilize her current body's ability to its fullest, she wanted my help. And to that end, she agreed to become my test subject.
Mihara?
That's why I prepared this little doohickey for her. It's quite risky to be sure, but if you want to enhance a Nikke's abilities in one go, it's the best option available.
So it's meant to enhance Nikke's abilities, yet you're having me insert it beside her core separately. Is this a rapture core?
You're familiar with the ins and outs of Nikke bodies. I'm sure you can insert it next to her current core easily enough, right?
This is incredibly dangerous. If I insert this inside her, the Nikke core could...
Do you remember your promise from long ago? You said you would help me the next time I wanted to do something good. Well, now's that time. I can't leave the Ark at the moment. And Mihara needs to fortify her strength straight away. That leaves us with you, Mana. You're the only one who can do this.
You call inserting this inside a Nikke a good thing?
Of course. I'm giving a Nikke who wants to be stronger the power she deserves. What's more benevolent than that?
But a Nikke and Rapture Core can't exist together. You of all people should know that a Nikke's core...
Yes, I know. Nikke cores have a barrier which prevents them from reacting with other cores. But what if you could break past that barrier?
What? Are you telling me you figured out a way? How?
That's my little secret. If I told you, you might have to get sent somewhere awfully dangerous. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Now then, be a good girl, would you? Don't let your curiosity get the best of you. Don't peek inside the box and just put it inside her, okay?
Understood.
What's this barrier you're both talking about?
Nikke cores have a safety mechanism, which makes it so they can't react with other cores. Even if it's two Nikke cores in one body, it prevents them from interacting. It would also prevent Rapture cores from devouring the Nikke core. And vice versa.
You mean Nikke and Rapture cores can consume each other?
Yes, a clear example of that is core dust. It can distill a Rapture core down to its essence, and use that to stimulate growth within a Nikke's own core.
Jien!
Oh dear, there I go again, running my mouth. If you knew any more about this, Mihara, you'd never be allowed up on the surface again. So I'll stop there. On the other hand, it's nice knowing the stakes, don't you think?
Of course. It's important to know these things.
Yes, we have to keep you down here, Mihara, otherwise you know too much about game mechanics. Can't let you know about the game mechanics. Can't you let you know that you're in a game?
Now then, Mihara, once that core is implanted into your body, all the abilities you previously couldn't draw out from your body will fully awaken. If there are no changes after the surgery, then it means your body itself is defective. However, I can quite confidently say that my sister is the best of the best when it comes to building Nikkes. So I'm sure you'll become much stronger, Mihara. That is, if you can endure the pain. Every prior test subject has died because they couldn't withstand the pain. You, however, said you'd be willing to do anything. So I'm sure you'll be able to endure it, won't you?
Of course.
I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Mihara clenches her teeth. But just as she had one, a pain beyond anything imaginable courses through Mihara's body. Oh my, and also, oh dear. Her vision immediately turns red, fades away, and then comes back.
Warning, system error. Warning, core response error. Warning, core resonance activation. Connecting code. Error. Warning, core type. Match. Error. Warning, barrier. Reactivation required.
A series of warning sounds and error messages blur out.
I know. You're not used to a core like this, but you've got to accept it.
Mihara closes her eyes and begins suppressing the sensation surging throughout her. Inside her body, her inner core is a searing heat like a blazing inferno. The conflagration expands and begins to engulf Mihara's own core.
Warning, barrier. Reactivation required. Warning, barrier. Reactivation required.
Countless warning sounds echo in her head. Mihara's movement, senses, and everything slowly becomes consumed by the fire.
If this continues, my body will...
Three! Mihara's eyes begin to glow even redder. Inside her core boils like a massive fireball. A volcano on the verge of eruption. Also, lots of volcanoes we've been encountering this week. As it rages on, her consciousness drifts further and further away. It's then that Mihara realizes. The moment she's completely consumed by the flames, she, as she knows herself, would cease to exist. Oh god, not again! From somewhere she can't see, someone is screaming. A familiar voice cries out in agony. It screams, imploring her not to leave her behind again. No, not Uni! Who is it? Who's calling me? Uni and Mihara lock eyes. Uni's eyes tremble with fear, terrified of losing Mihara once again. Her eyes beg Mihara to keep her promise. Mihara can't let those eyes be filled with despair again. Mihara bites down on her cheek. Harder. The sharp pain in her mouth pulls Mihara back to life.
Me. Don't worry. I'll accept it all. The pain. The sorrow. The desperation. All of it. I'll take it all in. I will never abandon you. This time, no matter what, I will bring you back on the right path. If we die together. And if we live, We live together. I will claim this power as my own, in order to protect our bond. No matter how great the pain, I'll do this, so that no one will ever take you away from me again.
Light begins to radiate from Miharu's body. Jeez, I am starting to like Miharu a lot. Like seriously, she is carrying this entire event on her shoulders. So strong. She's almost as strong as brave.
Mihara?
A purplish light dark enough almost to be black bursts forth from Miharu's core, and chain-like patterns of the same color spread throughout her body. Mihara recognized the changes in her body. He now realizes how to awaken the sensations contained within all living beings. No matter how large her threat is, no matter how overwhelmingly powerful they are, or how much pain they can endure, none of it matters anymore. So long as her foes are alive and connected to her via these chains on her body, she knows that she can feel their pain as well. She can endure any amount of suffering they inflict upon her. Of that she is certain.
Such power. My arms could be ripped off. My entire body could be smashed to a pulp, and I would enjoy it.
Easy there, Mar. We still got plenty to fight.
There's no limit to the pain that I can now endure. How thrilling. Oh, the fun I'm going to have.
Yeah? With the clinging sound of chain links, the pattern on her body fades and then disappears into her skin.
In order to establish a connection with these chains,
Yara lifts the pendulum attached to the end of her whip.
all I have to do is stab the enemy with this. Siren was right. If this is the kind of ability she originally envisioned, then the sensory exchange I was capable of before could only be considered a failure.
Yara looks at Uni and Mori, who are watching her anxiously. That's one way of putting it.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I've never felt this powerful in my life. Almost omnipotent. And considering how much energy I just released, it's bound to come calling.
Up here it comes.
Everyone, back up.
Gully emerges from the ground.
Glennie!
Now that our guest has accepted my invitation, let's go, Uni.
Mihara steps forward, resembling a female prison warden about to weave a massive prison for her prey.
Let the hunt begin.
Yeah, yeah?
I won't lose,
No.
no matter what kind of audience I face.
The entire part was pretty awesome, but at the same time, I just having a lot of things.
I'm going to rest a little.
Yeah, let's get the boss. Let's get him.
I won't stop until we reach the happy ending.
Yeah. No, Mihara might not be, well, no, Brave might be pretty strong, but Mihara, she's coming in a second, like a close second. She's coming a close second in all of this. Mihara swings her whip towards Gluttony. Sensing the threat, Gluttony attempts to retreat downwards.
Sorry to tell you this, but you're not going anywhere.
Mihara lunges forwards, striking Gluttony with the pendulum. Gluttony twists its body and blocks the blade with its teeth.
Darn, it's good at sensing danger. Maybe it knows instinctively that a hit from this is bad news.
Mihara steps back and swings the pendulum towards Gluttony once more.
Mihara, watch out for the tentacles!
Gluttony extends the tentacle towards Mihara. Uni grabs the tentacles. I accidentally cut the... I actually cut Fairbrity's... I'm sorry, Fairbrity's. Gluttony tentacles writhe as if trying to escape Uni's grip. But she clenches the squirming tentacles of feelers tightly and refuses to let go.
Uni.
With a thunderous roar and a shower of splinters bursts from Gluttony's body.
Everyone, duck!
Mori fires her weapon at the shards hurtling towards Mihara and Uni. Some fragments that she wasn't able to shoot down fall to the ground.
Wow.
Yes.
Your shooting is really improved, Mori.
I still missed a few, so don't get too comfortable.
Yes.
Thankfully, it's too busy digesting something to spew out that silver liquid. In that case, we've got a chance.
Mihara tightens her grip with her grip on her whip and charges forwards. Yeah. Mihara dodges the gaping maw, attempting to swallow her, and tries the pendulum into Gluttony.
Now then.
The dark purple chain-like patterns begin to etch themselves on Gluttony's body, accompanied by a cold metallic sound. At the same time, similar patterns appear on Mihara's body.
Now that our chains are connected, why don't we swap our senses?
The chain patterns engraved on Gluttony and Mihara's bodies glow lambent purple. The sound of chains tightening fills the air.
I can feel it. So this is what you're feeling. You really do have so much inside you.
Moria, how about we leave our trenches and finally get inside Gluttony right now? Yeah, let's do that.
And you've never felt the sensation of your own cheek being bitten down on, have you? Would you like me to show you? Let's enjoy this pain together.
Mihara opens wide, crunch, and bites down on the inside of her mouth. Ouch. Yeah. Gluttony convulses as if in unbearable pain.
You're so spirited now. Why don't we enjoy a little more?
Gluttony trembled violently, its teeth clattering from the agony. Mihara, you scary.
My goodness. I didn't expect the pain to be so bad that you'd try to close your mouth. We can't have that. Otherwise Mori won't be able to pass through. Uni?
Uni lets go of the tentacles and quickly dashes forward. She pries open the struggling Gluttony's mouth and forces her body inside. While bearing the weight of its descending fangs, she keeps its jaws forcibly open.
Uni!
Gluttony continues to spasm in pain. Uni uses every ounce of her strength to keep the creature's mouth from crushing, creature's mouth opening as the crushing weight of razor-sharp teeth bears down on her.
No, your body can't handle the stress. You're incredible, Uni.
Uni.
Mori, you have exactly 30 minutes, not a second more. After that, my sensory exchange will be severed. You've got to convince Siren before then.
30 minutes? That's all I have?
Can you do it?
Yes, I can do this.
Then go. Go and rescue Siren.
Okay.
Mori looks at Uni, who seems to be calling to her. Uni and Mori lock eyes.
I can't believe it. Did she just wish you good luck?
I think so. Thank you, Uni. I'll rescue Siren if it's the last thing I do.
Mori looks ahead towards the black chasm. That is Gluttony's gaping maw. Meanwhile, Uni desperately continues to keep open the jaws. Mori hurls herself towards the creature's mouth, and the black abyss slowly draws closer to her. Suddenly, something falls to her feet, or at her feet. A compass and a map guides the way to the Ark. That guides the way to the Ark. First kit to heal her wounds. A chocolate bar to keep her hunger at bay. No, not the Snickers! A field shovel that saves her skin more than once at critical moments. A field shovel. that allows her to destroy her enemies safely. Everything that has kept her alive until now falls to the ground. And the reality she had determined, okay, let me try that again. And the reality she had been determined to avoid comes rushing at her head on. Along with it, the fear of death comes crashing in.
Oh.
Somewhere deep inside her, a voice screams for her to stop. A part of her wants to stop right there and cry out that she can't do this. This is clearly insane, like a suicide mission. What if Siren's already dead? What if she never realized Mori is coming to save her? What if there's still the tiniest bit of silver liquid left in Gluttony's throat? Or if Uni can't hold on any longer and the mouth closes? What if Mihara collapses and can no longer restrain Gluttony?
No.
She'll die. She'll die in the most excruciating way. The life she fought so hard to hold on to will crumble away in an instant. Just like how that shovel fell to the ground. So will she go climbing into death's cold embrace?
No.
Even so, she has to run. She must. There are people out there who have risked their lives for her. It's time for her to repay the affection she's been given. She's here to save the person who reached out and gave her reason to live. She has to go to her. Mori ignores the fallen remnants of her life, summons her strength, and pushes off the ground with all her might. She sends herself hurtling forward.
Siren!
Hurling towards the lifeless abyss. She will be the lightning that shines through the darkness.
I'll protect you. Let me check the
Ooh.
mirror for a moment.
And this has turned into one really good episode. Or by episode, I mean like a really good event.
Time.
But anyways, and this is the story I kind of wish it was in Blue Archive. You know, Blue Archive stories is pretty good, but I don't know. Look at like the recent
The story will be rewritten into a tale that's happy and beautiful.
Yay! Also, I kind of forgot what I wanted to say. So you know what? Just keep going, yeah. Broom. There's a massive tremor, and a crimson sea begins to surge. And this crimson sea begins to surge violently.
That sound.
Little Mermaid lifts her head and gazes above.
Gluttony is shaking.
Little Mermaid closes her eyes and focuses on the sound Gluttony is making. Deep vibrations reverberate throughout Gluttony's body as it tries to move. Meanwhile, all the liquid inside it turns violently.
It's as if it's fighting against something. But what?
Power. Unadulterated power. Little Mermaid. That's what it's fighting against. Pure power. Little Mermaid focused even more, listening intently to the noises coming from outside. The sound of something begins to, the sound of something being pierced at the Gluttony's body. The agonizing cries of Gluttony as it writhes in pain.
Something is hurting it.
Power. The sound of something blocking Gluttony's mouth. Pitter patter. The sound of footsteps.
Someone's running this way. Siren!
Little Mermaid looks up. Through the gap of Gluttony's open mouth, light pours in. And within that light comes Mori. Mori is there.
Mori!
Little Mermaid frantically raises her hand.
I need to save her.
The bubble stretches from Little Mermaid's fingertips and wraps around Mori. Shortly after, the bubble land on the tree.
Mori!
I really thought I was gonna die.
What are you doing here again?
Hold on.
Morty hurriedly digs through her belongings. Inside a glass bottle, the E2 crystals and the battery remains intact. No, it's a good thing that did fall out with everything else. Otherwise, whoops.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness indeed.
I got it through safely.
Mori?
Siren,
Mori grabs Little Mermaid's arm, and then her body.
let's get out of here.
Oh?
Don't worry, Little Mermaid, it's a hug. You ever had a hug before? Also, we gotta get out of here. Once we throw these crystals out the core, yeah, a lot of bad things are gonna happen in here. Lots of bad things. Like, I'll take care of the problem that you're dealing with right now, but these crystals are also gonna take care of us if we linger around here any longer. So, yeah, you might want to get ready with another pair of bubbles because, yeah, just bad things are gonna happen pretty soon. Mostly the gluttony, hopefully. Hopefully.
Can't get these clothes dirty.
What? Don't worry, Modernia.
There's some dirt on my face.
Modurian. Mind if I call you Modernian? Modernian? I'll just call you Modernian. That thing's dead now.
I won't stop until we reach the happy ending.
Yeah. Let's go save the Siren. Yes.
Let's get out of this place, Siren. Mihara and Uni are waiting for us outside. They're keeping Gluttony from moving. We need to leave at once.
I can't.
Yes, you can. You have to. Because bad things are about to happen once you throw this crystal. It's gonna mostly affect Gluttony, but it's also gonna affect us. Meaning we probably ought to run.
I must ensure the AA pillar's energy is completely depleted.
Don't worry, Little Mary. We're way ahead of you there. We got these crystals, you see, and they're going to absorb the AA pillar's energy. Well, and also Gluttony's energy. It's going to stop them. It's going to stop them. And it's also going to stop us if we keep staying around here. So let's get out of here.
You can do that outside.
Mori, not sure if that's convincing enough.
You just need to take it with you so that Gluttony can't consume it.
That's impossible.
You know what, Little Mermaid, I'd agree. How about I just throw these how about we throw these crystals at the core and yeah, we'll just get out of here as fast as we can.
Gluttony is instinctively drawn to substantial energy sources. Even if we take it outside, Gluttony won't stop chasing it until it's consumed once more.
Yeah, sure, but well, we got an ace up our sleeve. Let's hurry up. Let's hurry this up, yeah.
If it does swallow it and ends up digesting it, there'll be no going back.
Yeah, which is why we brought an ace up our sleeves. The ace that will finish off Gluttony, and most likely us. So yeah, how about we get this sorted and get out of here? Yeah.
Then we have to take out Gluttony.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You did your best. Come on, Mori. Let's finish this fight.
I can't go up against Gluttony now. Not with my powers weakened as they are.
Look, we can use this.
Mori holds out the glass bottle and shows it to Little Mermaid. Careful with that, Mori. I know it's behind glass, but there's always a good chance that might
What is that?
that might shatter it. It's E2 crystals. These will finish off Gluttony. It will absorb his energy. as well as the energy of the AA pillar, and stop him.
This thing absorbs electrical energy. If we can lodge it into Gluttony's core, we might be able to stop it.
Yeah. But after that, we have to get out of here, like very quickly. In fact, you know what? Darn, you might want to put together bubbles just so we could, you know, get out of here as fast as we possibly can. I know it looks a little scary, Siren, but you gotta trust us with this.
How does it work?
I honestly don't really understand the mechanics, but Mana, a researcher from MMR, said that if this comes into contact with Gluttony's core, it'll expand and absorb all of Gluttony's energy until it ceases to be.
But doesn't that mean it would also be dangerous for us Nikkes?
Yeah, which is why I recommend you put together some bubbles so we can get out of here. You know, pronto.
Yes, but Mana said it'll be fine as long as it's contained somehow, like in this glass bottle. They were originally intending to use the AA pillar to eliminate the crystals, but then Gluttony swallowed it and threw a wrench in the works.
So that's what the AA pillar was doing here in the first place.
I don't pretend to know all the details, but if we inject this into Gluttony's core, we can stop it. So let's be done with this and get the hell out of here.
Uh-oh. Siren's apprehensive. Little Mermaid takes the glass bottle from Mori.
Siren?
Be careful with that, please.
Mori.
Yes?
You came back to this hellish place to give me this?
Yes.
Thank you, Mori. And I'm sorry.
Little Mermaid gently removes Mori's hand from her arm.
But I'm not leaving this place.
What?
I will use this to defeat Gluttony. But first, you must leave.
No, we're all good with leaving, but how about we leave together? Yeah, how about we do that, you know, after we take care of business?
No. I'm not leaving without you.
I might not be able to hit Gluttony's core on the first try.
Siren, who do you think made you? You're supposed to be you're supposed to be Abe's most perfect, not the most perfect, but one of her perfect creations. You can do this in the first try. Come on, believe in yourself. Believe.
Even if I do manage to insert it into the core, it might not have the effect that we expect.
We gotta try. Like if Mario was willing to go all the way to help you, then shouldn't you believe too?
Someone has to stay behind and keep watch.
I feel like you're making excuses now.
Then we'll both stay.
We don't know how dangerous these crystals are, or what effects they will have on the bubbles, or Nikkes.
I think all you need to know that you don't want to touch these crystals. Like if it can sap electrical energy from you know, all power sources, then they can definitely sap energy from yourselves. That should give you an idea what will happen if you hit these crystals or touch these crystals.
If things go wrong, we could both end up dead.
Well, you're not wrong there.
And we'll die together.
Mori, you're not helping.
Mori!
Don't even think about using your Kotodama on me. No matter how many times you send me out, I'll find a way to crawl back in.
Mori, don't do this.
No, you stop this. Don't throw your life away just because there's a tiny chance things might not go as planned.
Yeah!
If there's even the slightest possibility, you need to cling to it. Stay alive.
Mori!
I know that I can't be of any help here. I'm not a goddess of victory like you. And even getting Gluttony to swallow me was a struggle. I can't even shoot well enough to block all the debris flying at me and my friends. There's no way I can lodge these crystals into Gluttony's core either. Not with my pathetic strength. I'm just a useless Nikke with nothing but this body. An incompetent member of the incubator squad who's about to be scrapped. I can't make a single impact in this filthy, cruel world. I know that, but...
Mori stares straight at Little Mermaid with tear-filled eyes.
I want to save you! I want to do that much. At least. You told me to live. That you were glad I was born. You saved my life. I want to see a world where you can be happy. So live. Show me that it's possible. Prove to me that the world is a kind and beautiful place. That as long as you keep living, someday happiness will come.
Mori...
Prove to me that kindness should be repaid with kindness. That this is how we can find happiness. That good people will be rewarded someday. You're the only person who's ever celebrated my existence. You're the one and only true goddess of victory.
Goddess of victory.
I don't want to live in a world where you're not around. I'll lose all semblance of hope. How could I go on living in a world where no one celebrates my being there? So live for me, even if there's one small chance at survival. Cling to it and seize victory. Stay alive and keep surviving. Save me.
Mori extends her hand towards Little Mermaid.
My goddess of victory.
Little Mermaid looks at Mori's outstretched hand. And then into her eyes, which stares straight back at her. Also, there's a lot of parallels between this event and Old Tales. Like, holy crap. There's the eyes who's someone who truly believes in her. Also, yeesh. Not just Mahara carrying this event, Mori's carrying this event as well. Like, damn. Eyes filled with unwavering faith. Eyes that seem utterly unbreakable. In those eyes, Little Mermaid can see herself, Mori's goddess of victory. Damn the parallels! Jeez! Finally, something draws upon Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid. She recalls how so many years ago her friend offered her hand in front of the lift and vowed they'd make that day.
But the story isn't over yet. I must continue writing it. Not just for myself, but for all of you as well.
Do we step into the lift that day expecting to succeed? No. We never tried to predict our success. Instead, we simply carried out our mission, which was to rewrite our story.
I promise that the story we'll write from now on won't be one of failure, but one with a happy ending.
To reach a happy ending,
Come, let's write our story.
we risked our lives to become the goddesses of victory, who never will fail again. Little Mermaid looks again at the hand extended towards her. Every time she wavered and wanted to run away, her friend's unshakable faith guided her. And now, once more, that hand is reaching out to her.
You're right. I can't give up. If there's even the slightest chance of us being able to rewrite our story, I have to take it.
Little Mermaid grabs Mori's hand.
I will survive. I will become the indomitable goddess of victory.
Yes, that's it.
Together, we'll survive and forge our own happy ending.
Yes.
Yeesh, the story. I kinda wanna do a little bit more, but 45 minutes. We only have 40 or 15 minutes. I kinda wanna do more, but
If there's even a chance, I'll take it. I will survive.
also, I like how Mori's over there.
No matter
Goodbye, Mori. We have to do this. We have to play Bubble March because there's more stuff over here now. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this with some Bubble March. We'll check out the rest later. But wait, man, what a story! Like, there's a lot of parallels between Old Tales and this story. At the end there, not much I can say. As far as Old Tales, some of you guys probably might have not, I don't know, seen Old Tales before. They're actually playing Nikke or just started out right now. You know what? I might plan on checking that out. I have actually looked at Old Tales before on my own time, but I get this feeling that again, some of you might not have seen it. So yeah, I might actually have that up later. But anyways, let's see here. Also, you know what? Let's okay, you know what? Let's do it and hope for the best.
I'll start the game.
Ooh, snow. Okay, let's see. We got gunners here. Ooh, this is gonna be a bit of a doozy. Anyways. Faster, 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 come on.
Forward.
Okay, hopefully they can deal with this. We're taking a huge risk here, but you know what? That's hopefully fine. This is not turning out fine to be at all. Okay, hurry.
Deployment complete.
Get him. Oh, wait, this way.
I choose you.
Come on, come on, come on.
Forward.
This is turning into quite the mess. Quite the pickle, that is. Do this. I'm gonna have to level these guys up a little bit quickly. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry.
A little more power. Now forward.
Okay,
I choose
move you to the middle. Come on, get some more kills in. I can level these guys up. Okay, there we go. Alright, come on. There we go. They're having trouble over there. Alright, we did some damage there, but it's not enough. We need to do more. We need to be more. Alright, come on. They level up more people. Also, you know what? I'm not sure what to do with these guys. I feel like these guys might be the meta strat, but I'm not sure. There.
Deployment complete. We're almost at the end.
Yeah! Alright, this next one's gonna get very hard. I know it. Alright. I wasn't really paying attention to the enemy lineup. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully they can handle this. Just in case. Just in case. I'm saying these guys in. Alright. I might have to do this.
A little more power.
There we go.
Now forward.
No, they're doing it. Sort of doing it. They do better.
Forward.
There we go. They're doing it. They're sort of doing it. Yeah, they did it.
You've grown.
Enough. Oh.
March forward. All together now.
I thought I had enough. Come on. Just a little more.
Keep up the attack.
Okay, yeah, we're whooping these guys. We're whooping these guys hard. Here I was thinking it was gonna be tough. Well, I'm not wrong, because, well, we don't got a lot of time left.
I choose you.
Come on. Come on, get him. Hurry. That guy's dead. This way. I could probably show a little of this for rather Bill Murray, but you know what? I needed to summon an army.
Deployment. Just a little.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
We did it.
Uni, we won.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I need more power. My more power, I mean, we're bring Cinderella into this. All right, actually, hold on. Let me look at the next part. Let's see here. Alright, missile on the ground. Alright, I think I have a pretty good idea on how to handle this one. There we go. Part of me wants to summon in the Bombermans, but you know what, that's gonna be later. Also, handle that later too. Anyways! Oh. Alright, well, let's do this. Last thing we're gonna do for today. Hurry up. Hurry. Come on.
I choose you.
Don't let me down. Also, where? Oh. Over here. Okay.
Forward.
Come on. Come on.
Deployment complete. I choose you.
Oh, jeez. I might have to send it to Cinderella's. After I do this. Oh, actually, one. Okay, never mind. Oh, actually, no. Getting confused. Oh, you know what? Screw this.
You've gotten stronger. Charge.
This has to do.
Deployment complete. I choose you.
Get him. Yeah. All right, hold on. I'll level you up. We need to level up the other ones first.
A little more power.
Also, I probably should.
Forward.
I forgot I had these.
You're doing great. Ooh.
Come on.
Ah. Ooh.
Yeah, we did it. All right, I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Hurry. Ha! Get him! I kinda wish I could summon the other ones, but oh well. We're actually kicking their butts quite a bit. Hang on.
You've grown.
Yeah, grow. Also, I'm gonna need to send more of you people out here. Yeah.
Deployment complete.
Get them. Okay, that's very bad.
I choose you.
Also, geez, cooldown.
Forward.
Get him. Also, you know what? I think I might want to send one of these guys in.
Deployment complete.
You know
I
what?
choose.
Send more of these guys in. I want to summon this person. Let's do it. Now it's a time of.
Leave it to you, Cinderella.
Now it's a time of true beauty. Yes.
Forward.
True beauty. True beauty. Okay, no, I think Siren could be a little bit stronger.
I choose you.
True beauty isn't strong enough. Oh no. Alright, no, enough messing around. Get them. Also, you know, actually not enough. Never mind.
Everyone, gather your strength.
Push them back. Not pushing back hard enough. Yeah. Yes. Also, I think it's time for me to
We're already halfway there.
do that.
Deployment
Yes, get
complete.
them.
We're almost at the end.
Yes.
That's right. We won.
We did it. Okay, let's see what we can get here. Wait, charge level should be fine. I need to raise this. In fact, I kind of want to raise this twice. I don't want to raise this, but I feel like raising this might be a better idea. Or no, raising this might be a more sublime idea. Oh, let's raise this. Alright. Now we have 3 minutes, but you know what? I got a little bit more time for this. We'll just like do one of these and okay, it's a good thing I raised that to level 7. Now let's do it.
Are you ready, Uni? Then let's start the game.
Let's do it. Come on. Hurry. Everything I'm sure just don't point to something else. Get him.
I choose you.
Them harder. You're hardly hitting them.
Forward. Deployment complete.
Come on,
I choose you.
Come on. Eh.
Forward.
There are a lot of you. Alright, nope. I need to raise one of you.
Gotten stronger. Charge.
I need to raise this too.
More power. Now forward.
Nope. Keeping. I keep hitting the wrong button for some reason.
Deployment complete.
Get them. Alright, nope. Nope. Ah! I raised the wrong one. Whoops. Yeah, you did it.
I choose you.
Alright, we can use some more people out in the front.
March forward. All together now.
Well, that's bad.
Forward.
Eh. Nope, nope. Ah!
He's gotten stronger.
Hey, there we go.
Charge.
Now I'm raising the right,
The attack.
mobs.
Deployment complete.
Also, Jesus Christ, these guys are whooping ass pretty hard. Alright, well, let's send you guys in.
Choose you.
Because why not?
Just a little bit more.
Did it. I'm gonna need to raise some peoples here. Alright, you know what? Oh, I like send you guys to the center. Feel like this team maker cut it.
Deployment complete.
Uh,
I choose you.
Send you that way.
You're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Complete.
All right, you know, I'm gonna need to send some linemen through here.
Choose you.
I was gonna need to send more teams here.
Forward.
Come on, you're in range. Get him.
Deployment complete. Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
Oh yes. All right, you got this in the bag.
I choose.
Yep, there we go.
That was an amazing battle.
Down you go.
The best.
All right then. Well, with that out of the way, I think we can call it quits for now. So yeah, next time we do this, we're gonna wrap up the main story and probably check out some side stories from now on. But yeah, again, this event was pretty good, pretty good. If anything, you had. That's a pretty good story. That's the one thing I feel like not a lot of people know about Nikke's story. I don't think a lot of people are exposed to how like good story is. Like hell, even like the first, like even the first like 30 minutes of the main story is pretty good. Oh, but alas, not everybody thinks it's just like Gooner game, but the reality is it's more than just that. It's I don't know, it's an experience. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's an experience. But anywho. We'll be experiencing more of this event later. So anyways, well, without further ado, if you guys liked it or enjoyed the stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you're watching this as a VOD, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. So without further ado, this is going to be thank you signing off. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.